Good morning and welcome to Akureyri, Iceland. This is our second stop in Iceland. It's pretty cold today. It's in the low 50s maybe, but it's rainy. So we're going to show you a little bit of what it looks like near the town of Akureyri in Iceland. See a nice little waterfall over here. That's nice. Earlier, saw a couple of whales. I'll have that video thrown in. And we saw the pilot boat coming by. So I see the pilot boat is still with us over on this side. As you can see off in the distance, the snow is still on the mountains here. And we are at the end of May. So end of May is when that we're here. And a lot greener than I thought it would be. Yesterday it was kind of rocky. Today they're trees. Yesterday we didn't hardly see any trees yesterday, just a little bit of grass and moss. But today, a little bit of greenery. We have an excursion today and hopefully it's still on because overcast and rainy, they may cancel it, but we'll see. But Akureyri, Iceland. And we are right at the Arctic Circle as we pull into the far north of Iceland. And I told you I'd saw whales. Well, this is what I've seen. Whales early in the morning. It's a little bit rainy this morning. So good morning from Akureyri. There's a whale right there. Yeah, there's a whale right here. So we're out whale watching and so far I've seen two. Yeah. And we're looking to see if we can spot some more whales. That one made a little bit deeper dive. He may pop right up anytime though. Well, there he is. It's a small whale. Well, now he's going down deeper. See, get the little tail. Yep, it is about 6:30 right now. And we are looking at the rain, possibly a little bit of snow up in the high elevations. But today we have an excursion, going to see the mud flats. And see if there he is again, still popping up out there. Maybe we'll see a third one come along here. We'll tell you if we do. And I zoomed in on these two whales as much as I could, but they're a good ways out. But this is as good a video as I can get. Could see them excellent through the binoculars, but just through the camera, couldn't catch them that well. Today, our ship lands in another small town in Iceland. The name of this town, Akureyri. This town is a little bit bigger than Skutustadlr that we were at earlier, but it's not a big town either. But at least it has an airport. This one, I couldn't find where that the cruise ship terminal will dock at, so we may take a tender ship in to this port. But here, we're going to be coming into the port at around 8 o'clock. We'll be leaving the port at about 5 o'clock. So a good 8 hours in port to do whatever that we want to do. And looking at the shore excursions, again, they're all expensive. What I see that a lot of these have is Godafoss, a waterfall. So that would be a good idea to pick something that may have that because I see 3 excursions on here that list Godafoss as a destination, but all of them, like I say, are expensive. This is per person, the prices that you see. So what we did again was went and booked through Viator. Here we got the Lake Myvatn, which is a hot springs, and the waterfall. So all this at a little bit cheaper. Again, our trip is going to be 6 hours. And in case you're wondering how much this ticket costs, well, we haven't finished paying for it, but it's $324 for 2 people. So about $170 per person for this trip, as opposed to some of these others, $180, $144. But this one has a good bit more involved in it. Whenever that we look at what we're going to do on this trip, we can see all the activities that we're going to do. So we're going to have the Godafoss, Lake Myvatn. Not sure what that is, but I think it's a hot springs. Then we're going to go to lava fields, the craters of Lake Myvatn, and going to see the boiling mud pots. So that's got to be fun, hot mud. And then we'll turn around and come back to the ship. And again, this area is in a small spot. So where it looks like that we're going to be going to is over in this general area. Looking on Google Maps, this looks like an area where there could be some volcanic activity by the white spot that you see and the crater right below. So I'm guessing we're going to be taking a bus, going over to this area, and then coming back. So we are off the ship and looking for our tour bus. And we should be around here somewhere. It's set in front of the building. So today's tour we booked through Viator, and we had a 9:30 tour, but we showed up a little bit early. And whenever I say a little bit early, we were there at 8. So they ended up taking us on an earlier tour. Goes to the same places. So we'll take it a little bit longer to go see the ports. So we'll see all the things that Iceland has today.
You help me take this weight off my shoulders. Always run my way when I call you. You're the anchor I'm holding tight on to. You are my home away from home. I wonder if the sun will shine. Some days I pray for just a
Something unique about Akureyri, if you look at the red light, instead of being round, it's a heart. Kind of unique for this one port, a heart-shaped red light.
Some days I feel like I'm against the wall. Some days I feel I'm barely holding on. All will be well as long as you stay by my side. You help me take this weight off my shoulders. Always run my way when I call you. You're the anchor I'm holding tight on to. You are my home away from home.
When in Iceland, you have to take in some of the grand waterfalls. This one, Godafoss Waterfall of the Gods. This one, a whole lot of water is pouring over it.
Help me take this weight off my shoulders. Always run my way when I call you. You're the anchor I'm holding tight on to. You help me find my way when I'm searching. Brighten up my day when I'm hurting. You're the anchor I'm holding tight.
Godafoss Falls. And this is an excellent place for a selfie. And this is a look at Godafoss from higher up. Give you the idea of how big the area is. You can see the mountains in the background. We have all the tour buses here, so it's a packed house at the falls today. And where we were earlier was right down here. We were at the bottom kind of the falls. It's still raining pretty hard, so I'm going to get the camera out of the rain. Another look down at the lower elevations. And they have a little bridge that you can walk across. Of course, we're time limited, so we don't have time to cross the bridge. Nice, another little waterfall here. But down and back up, and we will be at the bus.
Velkomin til Íslands, fallegasta lands í heimi með einu mesta, okay, do it again. One more. Velkomin til Íslands, fallegasta lands í heimi með óbeislaða náttúru, bæði jökla, fossa og fjöll og fallegustu konurnar.
And that was a little Icelandic. But now on to our next stop, Myvatn. To walk around on these little craters, I'd say the crater that's over here is active. So that's an active volcanic mountain. And there are 6 in the area. And you'll see something flying in front of the screen here in a second. That's flies. There's a whole lot of flies in Iceland. And this is Lake Myvatn. Definitely a pretty sight around here then. All kinds of stuff. Fairly flat. See the mountains off in the distance. But the wind is blowing. We bought snacks with us. We were a little afraid to eat these, thinking we needed to be near a bathroom to eat them. Okay, an official version of snacks on a bus. Today we got digestives. We were afraid of eating this at the front of the trip, so we'll try it toward the back end of the trip. Get back end digestive.
Uh-oh. Oh, apart. Okay.
I like a graham cracker, really. I like a graham cracker. Yeah, these are pretty good. We'll give these a thumb up. I like the banana stuff yesterday. Not really that good. So we're out looking at trolls, and we have found a troll of weather. We're getting a lot of rain here.
Yeah, okay.
A whole lot of lava formation. The troll house. Not to be confused with Nestle Toll House. This is a troll house. More volcanoes toward the center of the island. See way off in the distance. That's the power plant smoking. So that's what they're getting their electricity. And the big volcano that you see right here, that's the cone. And you can see some little specks. Probably can't pick them up on the camera, but there are little specks walking around the rim of it. Or people. But it's a long ways off. So not sure if you can hear me, but we're up high up on the volcanoes. We're actually in a geothermal area. So this area has no trees and no grass because the ground is hot. If you look out across here, you can see power plants, things like that, scattered throughout here. This is the vent that we saw from a distance earlier, where they're taking the hot water out of the land. So all this is fairly recent eruption area. So pretty scenery up here though. And you can see the lake way down there is Lake Myvatn. A whole lot of power plant. The little igloos that you see down here is also geothermal, where they're taking the water out. Come up to the edge a little bit further. It's a long ways down there. So included with the trip is Icelandic water and a sandwich. So we have real snacks on a bus this time. So
Lunch on a bus.
yeah, I reckon we call this lunch on a bus because it's too cold to be outside and it's rainy. So we're gonna have our snacks on the bus. So this is the hot baths going out of Akureyri. Looking around some of the geothermal vents that are around here. We saw the power plant, but the ground is smoking in some areas. One of them is right in front of us. So some of the geothermal activities here. Steam coming up off the hot baths.
Nights where it gets very dark. Right. So Namaskard, which is we are driving into, we're going to be on the other side of it, is these geysers. It's called the geyser. It's geothermal areas, like we've talked. And so we have here mud pools steaming from arrows and vivid colored mineral-rich landscape. You're going to see it on the other side. And it creates a very outer-worldly atmosphere. It's like if you were in a planet with the lava fields in Dimmuborgir, some planet, you're going to be on a different planet on the other side of that planet.
This is the mud pits, the boiling mud pits.
Oh.
So take a video. Also, as well. Wow.
This is also a perfect place for our typical selfie. 4 of the hot springs and vents in the area, and it is freezing. All along this little ridge right here, the steaming vents. But it is literally freezing. So you would think that these vents would be warm. They're not. They're smoking because it's so cold out here. It's just a little above freezing, it feels like, with the howling wind. Come over here and see all of the steam coming off of here. It smells like somebody had a bad case of gas. It stinks here. That's all the sulfur that's in here. You can see it in some of the vents. It's like a yellowish color, and that's the sulfur. So the sulfur smells bad. And now it's coming right at me. This is what it's like being inside of a vent. Look, I'm gonna move. Here you can really see the vents and the sulfur. See the little yellow pockets right there? That's sulfur that's condensed down. With the steam blowing off in the distance. But you could hear the steam coming out of this one. Very cool. Literally cool, as in freezing cold. Whenever I come down here away from all the people, you could hear the water bubbling up and through the mud. A little bit warmer here too, but it's kind of neat. All the bubbling geothermal activity. You can see there's a pathway. People half are going up and climbing up the volcano. Down here, there's no vegetation at all. Just the thermal vents. Really cool place though. Could stay here all day, but we got to get back to the bus. Get back to the ship and off to the next big adventure. Tomorrow we'll be in Godafoss. I think that's how you pronounce it. I could be butchering it. And the reason I'm videoing this tunnel is because it reminded me a whole lot of Norway. Well lit, well kept, and long. This tunnel was probably at least 10 minutes long. It even had pullouts in case you broke down so that you could park on the side of the road. So yeah, this is a long tunnel. And whenever that we exit the tunnel, we're right at the ship. I didn't realize that we were so close to the ship whenever that we left the boiling mud pots. And as we get closer back to the ship, I have to say, Iceland has impressed me at every port. Every stop we've made, we've seen things that, well, I really didn't expect to see. Like today, all the volcanic activity and the power production. Iceland gets almost 100% of their power from either hydrothermal or either the geothermal, the water coming out of those big pipes that we saw. Iceland is a kind of an impressive place. Love the scenery. And remember, as you see the ship coming back in the view, this is one of the smaller Carnival ships. This ship is not a huge mega ship that holds 6,000 people. We're only looking at about 2,300 people on this ship. And as we get back closer to the ship, it's also closer to dinner time, and I'm hungry. We've had our snacks on a bus and a sandwich on a bus, but I need something more substantial tonight. So at dinner tonight, we have an excellent view looking out the window. Already saw one whale, waiting to see more. But the view tonight is excellent. Because somebody else is at the table with me. But outside's pretty too. We're whale watching while we eat. Maybe we'll see another one. And for the appetizer tonight, you could probably guess who got the Caesar salad. I get one every night. And tonight, Cheryl got one too. And I also ended up with shrimp cocktail. I'll get the fish piccata as my entree. And Cheryl will have the chicken Kiev. That looked awesome also. And for dessert, we both ended up with the sponge cake, which was a sugar-free option. It was good. And these guys that you see here, that was our waiters for the night. And we had them multiple nights. Ali, or as I call him, Prince Ali, was always happy waiting on us. Loved me some Ali. And for showtime, we went to the main theater and skipped the dinner show.
How wonderful life you're in the world. I love that. I can tell it's the pre-show because you all still sing so beautiful, so you must be really sober. I'll help you carry on, for you won't be too long. To all the people leaving for today. Beautiful. Imagine there's no heaven. Easy.
Starting on Miracle, make some noise for your cast in 88 keys.
And the land you see is the very northern tip of Iceland. Right now we're above the Arctic Circle, looking back at Iceland, which is just below the Arctic Circle. So we're skirting along the edge, going to the west. So we'll be going to the western side of Iceland tomorrow. We'll be in Grundifjord. That's exactly how you pronounce it, I think. But anyway, that's where we'll be at tomorrow, Grundifjord. And we'll see the, can I butcher this word too? Snæfellsnes Peninsula. And that's it for day 6 of our cruise. We're halfway through, and our second stop in Iceland. And Iceland has been excellent. If you're liking this series, hit subscribe and like. That way we'll know and know better what content to bring you. And as always, thanks for watching.